All right, some D&D. You need a theme song?
I don't know. It sounds like Dustin has music.
Days.
Does Dustin have music? Okay. I'm going to give Dustin 60 seconds. So let's
It's going to be 9 Inch Nails.
Let's do some word associations.
All right.
Cable car.
Pulley trolley.
Hot dog.
Bun man.
Cancer.
Butt hole. Why am I doing 2
Hemorrhoids.
words?
Cave. Huh?
What did you say?
Mustard.
Mustard seed.
How's Dustin doing?
I have no reception. Hold on.
All right. Well,
reception.
We could go a cappella. I mean,
Dan, can you acapella?
Sure.
when we last met, our heroes had finally escaped from Rosebook. After defeating Admiral Dark... No, not him. After defeating Father Tinder and dodging the city guards, the gang piled into Dignity's horse, and they charged the police blockade, breaking out of the town. Freed but without direction, our heroes came across a small hill in a swamp. A hill with a window! Peering into the window, Quark spied a showering lady and frightened her, but after a terrible excuse, the gang entered her home. They shared some awkward conversation before leaving, but when they left, they encountered a crippled fire elemental, and although they started in anger and rage, they came to an understanding and left the fire elemental alone. But not before Quark burned his dick off in an ill-fated sexual assault. But where would the gang go? What would they do? How would they get to the Air City? Did they even care about getting there? Find out next on an all-new Harmontown.
Here it is. Somebody, up, hop, hop. Here it up. Here it up. Here it up.
All right, so you're on the main road heading out of Rosebook. This main road is winding its way, meandering through the rolling grassy hills of the landscape gently to the northeast. This is the path Sharpie decided to go down after you guys said that you couldn't go farther into the swamp, and then you left the lady and you didn't want to go back to town, so you're just like, I'm going down this road.
Yeah.
That's where you are.
I've been pushing I've been testing the limits of, like, can you actually just make Spencer...
And what'd you learn?
You
can't.
Well, I know I can, but I'll regret it, right? Like,
I don't know. I'll regret it.
If I couldn't, you'd be, it would be because you were a tyrant. You're not a tyrant.
Thank you.
You're a benevolent, impersonal cosmic force.
That's why I do this.
You will allow me to walk west in one direction forever. I will encounter cacti and swamps.
That's what's there. That's what's to the west.
But if I really want to enjoy myself, I got to go back to your narrative.
Well, that's not even necessarily true. You just have to create your own narrative.
I will.
All right.
So are we still close to the town? Can we see the town from where we are?
Yeah, it's pretty far off in the distance, but you can still see it. It's one of the only landmarks in this kind of hilly area.
The town. Yeah, I'm curious. Can we tell whether Darkstar has gotten through the shield protecting the town, and whether the town is being totally destroyed?
Darkstar was actually chasing you guys down, but then he saw something happening over at the town, and then he left.
That was the skeletons climbing the force field, and then they disappeared in a flash.
Yeah.
That upset Darkstar.
You think it might have had something to do with that necromancer frost giant, but he's miles away.
Boy, that dot I'm not connecting. The necromancer frost giant.
Yeah, I know. The plot, it just happens, whether or not anyone pays attention,
Wait, but what?
Are we still in the company?
What I'm saying to you is I don't recall. Obviously, it's not a big surprise that I'm always drunk when we're playing. I don't recall any actual overt connections between the necromancer frost giant and that stuff.
Yeah, that would be me, a narrator, explaining things that you, the characters, would have no knowledge of. So, no, I didn't say anything about
you
that.
didn't, but you just did now. Mm-hmm. Right, okay.
So I thought Darkstar was still going into the city.
Nah, he was chasing you guys, saw the thing, took off.
Okay.
Gentlemen, I think that we should head to the Air City. Seems like the right idea. Coco is pointed in this direction, and like I always say, horses know best. We know the rest.
You do always say that.
Those skeletons back at the city, they remind me of that frost giant.
Thank you for sharing your feelings of association. Let's go to the Air City. They remind you of the frost giant.
The shards of power, the frost giant wanted the Admiral Sarsgaard.
So you got killed by the frost giant necromancer,
Yeah.
and then we gave him the shard in order to get the
we
army.
gave him the shards. We keep giving shards away.
And Father Tender also had a shard.
He did, but it might have vanished in the scuffle.
Guy's always looking for shards. He's looking to accrue shards. Got a feeling that Admiral Darkstar getting all those shards ain't best for anybody.
I pull Sharpie aside.
Yes.
Sir, is something going on with you beneath the surface? You seem to be questioning everything we're doing, and I am not well versed in the way of emotions or feelings, but it seems that this is pertinent.
Sometimes I feel like someone's controlling me that may or may not be an alcoholic. And so I have blackouts where I am motivated by different things. Sometimes I become conscious and I'm halfway down a road that I ran down out of defiance of nothing. Then I'm a little more sober. I don't know.
I'm going to ask you the question I ask myself every morning in a puddle. What do you want out of this day?
I don't want the world to be destroyed by Admiral Darkstar.
I say, hey, what are you guys talking about over there?
What are our obligations? I mean, what are we doing if we're not saving the world? If Admiral Darkstar is gonna like accrue power and become a more powerful admiral with darker stars?
So it seems like a great idea long term for us to take out Darkstar. We've been fighting him for 2 years now. I have to ask the question, Dignity, like, this is your town, and it's being swarmed over by skeletons?
You know me better than I know me.
So should we not, while we're here, go kick the asses of the things that are trying to destroy your town?
I think that is an excellent idea.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. Let's.
All right.
Sharpie, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's fight.
All right, and I promise, no matter what happens from now on, I'm really going to understand what we're doing and why we're doing it.
I lift Quark up from between his legs, which now is nothing, and put him on my shoulder like a wishbone.
Really burns. Where my dick used to be really burns. Be careful.
I just went to carry you, little one.
All right.
So you ride back towards the town, and you can't help but notice a conspicuous lack of skeletons, as if they'd all disappeared. You get closer to the town and closer still, and you see small piles of ash, not skeleton-sized, but just small piles of ash. That seems to be the only sign that any creatures or anything have been around the town. Obviously, it's still protected by this
Is it
barrier.
like in the Batman movie where the people are dehydrated?
Nah.
Okay.
Are these piles of ash outside the town?
Yeah, you haven't entered the town physically as of yet.
But they're not. You say they're not skeleton-sized, the piles of ash. Like,
no.
What you're saying is we don't think that these piles of ash are
Were
the
skeletons.
skeletons were disintegrated.
So do we hear screaming and mayhem and the sound of combat, or
it's
it's
all
calm?
at peace. You don't see any skeletons, just this ash business and the dome protecting Rosebook from all evil.
We did it, guys. We did it.
Well, as we were leaving, I looked over. I saw the skeletons disappear. I think it was like I don't know. And that angel, the Yoshi angel, Darkstar figure's gone too.
Yeah, he took off after he saw the skeletons
And are we
disappear.
able to enter the city?
Yeah, if you want, but you did escape from police.
Oh yeah.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
There's no one to fight. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Well, it's important to have these moments.
Can I quickly before we go? Can I examine the piles of ash and see if there's anything to that?
Yeah, you examine the piles of ash, and they seem not to be ash at all, but actually really finely crushed up onyx dust that's a gemstone associated with necromancy, as well as teleportation magic.
Interesting. I wonder who could have sent legions of skeletons.
Well, the frost giant. I mean, I already had a feeling that he was involved.
All right, gentlemen.
You think these dust piles are deposits that are the residual result of teleportation magic on the part of a necromancing frost giant?
Or just dumped. He's done using them. They're no longer valuable. Maybe he was able to get the shard.
Oh.
I thought that Darkstar was commanding the skeletons. It sounds like, either Darkstar and this guy are working together, the necromancer. They didn't seem to be aligned in the past.
Why are you
Spencer's
looking at
making
me?
a face I've
Why am
never
I
seen
looking at the guy
before.
writing
It's
the
the
story?
face that people are looking at me like I'm supposed to do something.
I don't think there's any way that the Frost Giant is in league with Darkstar. I mean, these are too big. You can't have a solar system with two suns. Not that I know what a solar system is, but I mean, like they're both giant assholes that'll do nothing. They'll stop at nothing to get fucking dumbass shards. I've run across both of them. I don't think they would work together.
I start gathering up the onyx dust and I put it in my backpack.
You do that. You gather up several dusts.
All right, we got to figure out what to do. Okay, so the skeletons showed up. The skeletons assailed the city. It's like, and I remember Darkstar going like, and then getting mad and leaving. It's like the skeletons showed up. The skeletons represent the Frost Giant. They showed up. Then they disappeared. Then Admiral Darkstar disappeared. If we really wanted to get into the fray, I reckon that means it's back at the Ice Frost Giant's city. I don't know why we'd want to go there, but except to save the world eventually. But it would have to be in a really unlikely way because we're not an army of skeletons or a giant or horrible, powerful wizards. We're just a ragtag group of occasional rapists and murderers.
You know what lies within us?
The souls of rapists and murderers?
Skeletons. We are a small army of skeletons.
Yeah!
What?
But we have more than bones. We have heart. We have lungs.
Just literally.
A sense of
We have
adventure.
Yeah,
We've
So-
also leveled up a lot
Skin.
since the last time we fought that guy.
I
So
have, but I always
we
lose track
outside?
of my spells.
Yeah, you're outside the city.
Okay, I
All right.
charge, I gallop with Coco into the city to just see what the climate is.
There's people, just busy people living their lives. There's occasional guards standing around. They're noticing your horse and pointing
right.
at you and starting to yell and grab torches
Can I look through my blood book
and approach.
for teleportation stuff? Knowing
Yep.
that I have
Okay,
onyx dust?
I use diplomacy and I approach the villager with the most interesting accent.
There's no teleporting in that blood book, I'm afraid.
Okay.
But-
Scoops were wanted by the law in that town.
Yeah, you find this guy with the accent, and he's like, "You ran me over with the horse when we were trying to find you because we
I'm
thought
sorry,
you were...
sir. I was looking for somebody else.
You're going to have to stop. Get off that horse there."
All right, I use diplomacy and I say, so sorry. Just wanted to apologize again and goodbye. I'm going to go. What's the opposite way that we're going?
East at the moment.
Oh, but I shouldn't lie. I kiss the air a million times confusedly and I make a fart noise and I say, Fridays at 6, and I just gallop out.
What's I feel like that's like performance or something. You don't have any performance ranks.
Really?
do you?
You think that's a performance?
I have performance.
It's certainly not diplomacy.
I'm Krista
at
Berg.
that
I have
point.
performance. I'll start playing the wire saw.
A wire. Yeah. Playing the wire saw, it makes her diplomacy seem a lot more so.
Thank you.
You managed to get out of there.
Okay.
I consult my my gem of audience talking to because I'm wondering, am I missing something? Does someone in our party have the power to like mass teleport?
No.
in
We can
some
just
capacity?
go there. We could like rest up and head on our way.
I have 3 scissors. Do we need to cut something?
Why do you have 3?
I don't know. That's what's on this.
That's so funny. You only need 1.
How did you end up with 3 scissors? All right. Well, I mean, yeah.
And 6 combs.
Oh, that was from
guys
because
want- you guys wanna
Clark
come here?
looted a barber shop. It's all coming back
I
to
remember
me.
that. Well, okay, Spencer.
Yeah.
I'm meta asking you this question.
Yeah.
Our trail that brought us here, like back when we were at that Frost Giant city,
Yeah.
how many transplanar world, jumps did we make, or is it a physical?
Well, you took you took a Tylenol with codeine out from there, so it was like a unicorn jaunt.
Do we know? My short question is: do we know how to get back to that frost giant city?
Not exactly. You know the general heading, but I mean it's a mountain range that's well known.
I mean, it's a long shot.
Well, let's head to the mountain range. Well, then what do you want to do?
Well, Scoops, I'm trying to save the cocksucking world.
What was the deal with the Air City again? What was there?
Oh, just robot baby memories.
Right. Okay.
I mean, there's that too. It's like
So-
we could, it's like
It's like there's tons of possibilities that no one's choosing.
So why don't we go?
Yeah,
why don't
make a choice.
Let's make our way. Let's make our way towards the mountain range. Let's go towards the frost giants. It'll take us some time. We haven't slept in literally 20 adventures. Let's camp for the night and let's start making it on the horse and on our way.
That's my pitch, because the baby upgrade is just selfish, chaotic, evil kind of garbage. Like, we're like, hey, life's a video game. But on the other hand, the going back to the Frost Giants city is like kind of almost futile, like naive. Maybe we could help be good.
You sound like a guy just stuck in his apartment for a year when he moves to LA and he's like, I should write a screenplay, but movies are so bad now and I don't want to follow the man. Let's just go.
First of all, what's a screenplay? Second of all,
What's a scoops? I, as Dignity Sarisgaard, my sense of righteousness outweighs my sense of loyalty to this group, which is still great. And I make motions to move towards the range where I know the Frost Giant is.
I'm with you.
Thank you. Jump on, Christaberg. And on the way, tell me what's going on.
I want in on this. I also have 4 knives.
All right, Quark.
Knives.
We're safe. I got 4 knives.
I'm coming too. It was my idea.
Of course.
You shamed me for it.
I have no sense of shaming. The only meaning for shame I know is celebration, praising God. L'chaim.
So we ride and then we camp.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the good part.
And at the campfire,
Guys, let's talk.
I think I'm going to turn in.
My dad, please stay up. My dad used to beat me so hard.
What?
Guys, I know a great song we can sing by the campfire.
Do you?
I whittle a alligator.
I comb Sharpie's hair.
though, yeah, that.
What
happens.
you whittling, Sharpie?
It's an alligator. It's the shape of an alligator, but it doubles as a clothespin. The alligator's mouth is like a clothespin thing.
That's clever.
It's cool.
It's cool.
We can use this to hang clothes.
Or just pin them.
I repeat an elvish chant to myself, telling myself to be strong.
The subtitles say, Grace from the rivers of the Father. Tombstones run deep through the dank. Arrows of flint be flinty. Ears are pointy as hearts are
Wire saw.
deep in the dank, dark dungeons. Deep sky, river, horse, river, tree,
Amen.
sunset. All right, and then we wake up. Thank God no spiders attacked us.
And your hair looks great. I even cut some of those split ends with one of my 3 scissors.
Then we keep traveling.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. I thought the campfire was going to be some sort of...
No way, man.
Yeah, you keep traveling and you come across a small, colorful, tent-topped stand. You see a small boy, perhaps 13 years of age, sitting inside this tent holding a hand-painted sign that says, Wilderness Guide, 20 gold pieces.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little high.
Inflation.
Hey, man.
You could get like 600,000 feet of rope for that.
You could. Or you could hire a great guide to the wilderness. I'm Lil Baskins, and I'm a wilderness guide.
Say there, boy. Boy, what know you of the ice giant city?
Oh, I know all about all the wilderness. That's why I guide people through it.
You there, boy, how much for a tour there?
Well, I have this
The
sign.
big one.
I'm holding this sign right so you could read it.
If Flint were salt, you'd have a supper load.
Man, I don't get your jive speech.
Here's what you will get. 10 sovereigns, not a penny more.
Sovereigns aren't accepted in the realm here.
They're gold.
Well, I asked for 20. It's on the sign, clearly marked.
You look to deserve 40.
I look to
hand
deserve 40.
40.
What
Boy,
not-
I say
how
boy.
you haggle?
I say, boy, will you trade for yarn? I have yarn in my backpack.
I'll give you 2 copper for some yarn, man. If you want yarn, if you have yarn,
She
I
just
want
gave
it.
him 40 gold.
Yeah, I got spending copper.
All right, okay, we better get the platinum tour.
Oh, well, you're getting guided, not toured.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Well,
are you giving us a tour
What
of
is your name?
semantics?
What is your name, young man?
I'm Lil
Baskins.
Baskins.
Will Baskins?
Lil Baskins.
Little
Yeah.
Baskins.
I was born in a baskin.
So, wow.
Boy, I hope you're prepared to go on the adventure of your life.
I hope you're prepared to keep paying me.
Beyond
Sure.
the double price that we paid you?
That's the Baskins guarantee.
That we have to keep paying you?
That's the Baskins guarantee.
But boy, how often do we pay you on this?
Upon completion of the mission.
We'll feel it out.
All right, boy.
We're going to the Frost Giant City. We gave you 40 gold.
Yeah, we're going.
We're not giving you any more anything ever.
Well,
Don't we already know
we'll
where the
talk.
Frost Giant City is?
We'll talk.
Not exactly.
Okay.
God, I feel like I'm at the Cable Car Museum.
How long will it take to get there, Lil Baskins?
Several days, at least.
Little Baskins. What of your parentage?
Oh, I was born in a baskin.
Is there a Mrs. Lil Baskins?
No, I'm a child.
Okay.
It's very... I don't know.
We have a
Lil
robot
Baskins.
baby.
13.
Lil Baskins, let's start this journey post haste.
All right. Let me just...
Real quick, were you guys listening to Great Expectations on tape before
Lil
we arrived?
Baskins.
What is
When you
happening?
address a
Why
little
is
boy in
everything so
Dungeons and Dragons,
Dickensian?
you take on a haughty tone. You there, boy!
Sharpie, will you pay this boy?
I've paid him and then some.
Well, let's go.
You there, little Baskins, lead the way.
And let me just pack up my tent here, and we'll be... Okay, let's go. And you set off towards the mountains that I mentioned. That's all, man. We got so much fucking time that we've spent.
Oh, he's just pulling
I'm
the
just
plug.
pulling it.
All right, okay, that's it.
Cliffhanger!
Dungeons and Dragons! Little Baskins.
That's a lot of Dungeons and
Little
Dragons.
Baskins.
That's a lot of
Little
Harmon. That's a lot of town. San Francisco.
Little Baskins.
I do want to say before we thank everybody. Let's thank Rick and the Roxie for having us here.
Oh, Roxie, San Francisco. Let's thank the people of San Francisco.
The fine people of San Francisco.